Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account and we're going to be checking out Robin Hood, see overall how he is within the Bountiful Trials. Now, I've got a lot of mixed kind of conversation about him. I want to test him out. I want to see what the comps kind of look like. We don't know where he's going to fit in. However, with that being said, guys, make sure that you are getting him. Now, anytime that we can pick up a free dimensional hero, might not be today, might not be tomorrow where he's used, or could actually be used in a lot of different content. But once you have him, he is done. Now, in addition, the patch notes did say that we are going to see him in the Challenger store. I believe that is where we're going to see him. So it'll be the Challenger store where he is going to essentially work his way into. So here we're starting at 360 versus 460. Again, I want to see kind of fundamentally where he's working. Now, overall, it seems like he is not doing any damage at all, which again, that's another thing that I kind of want to test. Run him in here. Now, he does have the energy disintegration. He also does have a couple little buffs, but he also has the energy that he gives, guys. And looking at the damage here, 20.28, so not too bad overall. And that is why I did want to try him in here, and I wanted to try him in the formations that we see him in, because I want to kind of see where he is going to fit in. This has been a slow load for a little bit, but there he is. So the coins, you can see, guys, are thrown right on the ground. Now he's not even having time to pick them up, which I am sure pretty much minimizes. But look at that, guys, 67 million there from Naruko, but 8 million in that one. And you know what? I'm going to hop back out of here. I want to add actually a couple more levels in here. That way we can just hopefully see, because I don't even think at that point he's not getting his ult off or anything like that. But this gives us a 150 level deficiency. And I want to see, because picking up the coin, see, even there, he was right almost at the ult, but 50, 36, 38. So as a ranger, guys, doing pretty decent, but even staying up right there with Mishka. So even a tank kind of right along that same parameter. Remember, the balloon goes right up at the beginning, which of course is going to be a debuffer. And that's what I feel like a lot of players are going to use him as, is a debuffer within teams. 106, which is kind of crazy. But looking there, 20 million for him. So damage is not going to be the strong point that we're seeing. Now let's see what we look like in the hypos. Now again, there's the slow. Of course, he goes down pretty easy or pretty quickly. That means, in my opinion, guys, he's probably going to be a hero that is going to require that backline run, just because of the build. Let's try him out. I want to try him out with a couple other dimensionals in here. You know what? Let's put Merlin in this one. And again, it's kind of a real slow load in here. But boom, there is the slow right off the bat with that balloon that he pops. So again, PvP, I feel like he's going to be pretty strong in formations. The rest of it, I don't know. I don't know. Again, with the energy regeneration factor that he's bringing, with the energy disintegration factor, with the crowd control. So a lot of players have also kind of noticed and have kind of built him up that he is kind of an updated version of Pharrell. So again, looking at the energy disintegration, which he has, looking at the crowd control, which he has. Now he does have the energy buff, but a lot of the slows, a lot of things that we do see with Pharrell right here on the bottom, guys, is the exact same that we're kind of seeing with him. So and again, that's kind of what a lot of players have kind of been alluding to, that it is an updated or kind of a more effective version of Pharrell within the formations. 99, 41. So his damage is not super negligible within the formations, but I want to try him out with a couple different dim heroes. And I'm also thinking in some of these formations, guys, if we actually win in here and some of the disintegration teams, as far as energy wise, you could really make a couple pretty strong teams. Even looking in here, guys, with our Graveborn heroes, I'm kind of thinking even here, looking at possibly like a Frau for the energy disintegration, looking at Oden for the disintegration, looking at possibly like an Isabella, a couple in here again to just really negate all of the energy that we have at all, guys, within these combinations. And then of course his ultimate ability not doing a ton of damage in here. So 28, 24, so kind of decent, I guess. But even looking here at the SP effect that we see, The awakened version of Baden, of course, just completely crushing it. Now I'm wondering, even with some of the crowd control, like looking here with Rocksta, also bringing kind of together, let's say with, and I'm not sure about Scrath. And the reason I choose Scrath, guys, is because his AoE ability actually hits an area. So if we can get him to ult off of this, and Scarath can actually bring all of these targets together, it could be effective. And again, thinking of heroes like Queen, thinking of other heroes that could kind of bring all of this together. I don't know if we're going to have the survivability though. Because boom, there's the crowd control aspect. Now see, there is the ultimate ability, and that's why I'm wondering with Robin Hood, if we can bring all of that together with the damage factor 105, so 47. So you can stack a little bit of damage in there. And I'm wondering, even if we brought like an Oberyn in there, if we did the 5 pull with him in there, I wonder if that would be kind of viable. Again, just looking at the disintegration aspect, looking at a couple different pieces, if this would be viable, especially because everyone's going to be haste reduction, boom, pulled in, crowd controlled, and then of course the AoE that Robin Hood is bringing right there with his little furry friends. I think that's a pretty good damage team, guys. 107, look at that, 51 million. And again, he's bringing a lot of debuffs. It is kind of the big thing. And he's super hard to kind of scale or manage. I mean, short of being a damage dealer, short of being, you know, a different type of hero in here, it's incredibly difficult to kind of pinpoint exactly where the effectiveness is going to be. And here, guys, we're going to have the delay coming in. There's his balloon hiding out. Boom, have the reduction right there. And of course, guys, like it is pretty broken. 85, 62. But even looking at his abilities, and let's look at his abilities really quick. And this is what I'm kind of thinking, guys, is right here. So this is the ultimate ability. Okay, we know what is going on this. Reducing the energy. So there's the big energy reduction right there. And then it goes to 400. The energy is converted into a sack of 20 coins. And then, of course, the haste of all enemy heroes with that balloon that he shoots. The haste is reduced by 16, energy recovery by 10. This, again, is going to go into a big PvP aspect. So again, I'm thinking Treasure Scramble, he's going to work incredibly well. And then, of course, Rob the Rich. This is the other one. So excess of energy is going to go into coins. And then, of course, for every 1 coin an allied hero gains, the attack rating will be increased, which could be viability with bosses. That's the other thing, guys. We're going to have to see exactly what the bosses look like in here. Now, the counteroffensive, when an enemy is at close range, this is kind of what I think of Kren with the knockback. So if he's in the back line, I don't know if this is going to make a big difference, but the knocking them back and stunning them for 4 seconds, this seems like, again, he's going to have to be possibly run front line to get the enemies close. We don't know the proximity of the counteroffensive when it's actually working. Then, of course, we have the expert maneuver, locks on the enemy with the highest energy, which again, this is going to be kind of random. We're going to have to see the effect of only having 1 target, again, looking at the boss targets. Then, of course, the signature item, guys, this again is going to be a buff. So we have the attack buff in here, and then we also do have the magic pierce and the physical pierce, which is what Leica brings. So we're going to have to see exactly how this kind of stacks out, especially because he doesn't have to be built out super high, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly how that looks when it comes to the single target. And even with him right here, guys, even with the damage being boosted, the damage being boosted only makes him kind of viable within there. And again, it's going to be interesting to see how this looks when it comes to the build of Robin Hood. So guys, again, as a free dimensional, which of course we can get him out of this exchange, you want to exchange with him. You want to exchange for him 110%. That way you do have him, guys, 1 single exchange when you get this in. Here it is, 51 days. You'll actually have the ability to use him in wherever he fits in. Great. If he doesn't, another hero that we're probably going to use in a dimensional tower eventually. But guys, that'll do it for Robin Hood. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.